Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our lives and to teach us how to become spiritual beings. A little bit about me: I do not use the tarot. I use God and customs in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlemagne and God, it will not stop me. All right, y'all. Edge number 25. Let's get into it. So, message of choice popped out right away. So, right now, just think about what that word choice may mean for you. Are you trying to make a choice? Are you trying to choose between something? What does the word choice mean for you? God, give me one more card. Choice in blue flame and no limitations. I love it. Choice: by staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your by staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. And then connect to blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. With these two messages of choice and blue flame, I just feel like this is the message that's saying how you can become the alchemist of your life. And I say that a lot, and I mean, I guess we all know what the alchemist is. And when I say the alchemist, I mean like literally changing your life. So say if I say literally changing your life. So say like if you are in a career that you're not happy in, like moving into a career that you are happy in. If you've been single, moving from and you desire a family, moving from single to in a relationship. If you are having financial issues, moving from a place of financial trouble to abundance. Like that's what I mean by becoming an alchemist of your life. Like genuinely trying to make a vibrational shift into your life. God is saying you do that by being conscious of your choices, by being mindful that you don't ever allow fear to lead, that you only do things from a place of love. Like I told myself that I have to stop doing stuff from a shoulda. I should go out there. I gotta, like, because I'm an ex people pleaser. So it's like I have to constantly be aware of me putting other people's needs and desires over my own. And like, even like I low-key wasn't going to do any videos because like I record my videos on like a Friday or a Saturday, and I just wasn't feeling it. And it's like the holiday, and like again I was just like not really feeling it again. And I was like, why am I being so hard on myself and pushing myself? Because I'm like, oh my God, I still need to put this chair up, and I need to wash dishes and go out to my uncle's. And I'm just like, I don't have to do all of that shit. Like if I just do these videos and sit my ass on my couch, that's enough. And so it's like I have to be mindful of always choosing me, making that choice. And I feel like that's what God is saying. That's how you become the alchemist of your life, is by one, allowing love to lead and allowing you to make conscious choices, and also by you connecting to the blue flame, which is just connecting to the God source within you. Like you are God. You have a God. It literally says in the Bible so much. You are made in God's image. I made you in my image. I made you in my image. But then for some reason, as soon as you say that you a God, people are like, oh my God, blasphemy. It's like, girl, are we reading the same thing? Like, he literally just said, he made me in his image. So that means that I'm a baby God. Like I have God abilities. I have God capabilities, right? I don't know. Anyways, but it's like, but the world has taken that away from us. They have gotten us to believe that if we do feel like we have the power to change our life, then we're being arrogant or witchy or I don't know, all these other crazy things. And it's really just, that's the truth of our being, and that's the truth of why we came down here, is to be spiritual beings. Like literally, if we were just meant to come down here and suffer, like we may as well be dogs or something. Like we would be no different than animals. But God brought us down here with a brain, so that he brought us down here with a brain so that we can make conscious choices on where we guide our life and how we flow and how things go. But because of slavery and all these other things that has been beaten in us and taken away from us, we forgot, like, oh, I have a choice to decide that I'm going to be wealthy. Oh, I have a choice to decide that I'm going to be abundant. And it's not by literally waiting for the United States to have this come to Jesus moment that has fucked us up. No, it's about me deciding that, oh, just because my family may have been enslaved and this country doesn't want the best for me, it doesn't mean that that's not my God-given right. That's not my divine birthright to have abundance. Like, it's sane, and it's being bold enough to be like, I'm going to live the life of my dreams no matter what. I'm not about to just keep looking at J and B, but I'm gonna do me. Okay. The last card that came out is no limitations. You are an extraterrestrial. You are an extraterrestrial being with unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. So, for some reason, I'm getting this idea about you being nervous about, feeling like, do you have the qualifications to do what you're trying to do? And I just feel like that's the world. Like, that's the world telling you need a degree, or you need the qualifications, or you need to understand some stuff. Like, you just have to believe. Like, you just have to believe that God wants the best for you. You have to believe that, that God wants the best for you, and that where you are, like, is where you're meant to be. That's why I hear with that no limitations. Like, I feel like God is saying, like, I don't give a fuck where you're located on this earth. I don't give a fuck who your parents are. I don't give a fuck how much money you have in your bank account. You have the power to change your life. Point blank, period. And you can change your life by simply making a choice. And I'm not saying it in a way of being like, overnight you can make a choice. And it's like, it's a conscious decision on a day-to-day basis to do better. You have to commit to the path of, I'm going to be the best person that I can be. I'm going to choose to connect to my love, to connect to the love within me and allow love to lead. I'm going to choose to believe that I am made in God's image, and that if I just tap into my God-given potential, then I can have no limitations, and there will be no limits. I'm sorry. I don't want to keep going on and on. Choice, blue flame, no limitations. God, what are you trying to get us to understand with this message of us being aware about our choices and our decisions, us just, connecting to you, connecting to ourselves, and allowing love to lead is just enough. Like, that's how simple it could be. We don't have to overcomplicate it. Wow. Let me see what these cards are if I say something. Yep. I knew that. I knew that was going to happen. Yep. I knew it. Yep. I knew it. I knew it. So, again, I'm going to tell you guys, you have to make sure that you check out the New Moon in Virgo reading, because a lot of this information is like companion pieces and is stemming off of this reading. In our new moon in Virgo, we had the Hangman came up, and it came up for joy, and it was like God telling us that we may be in a period of stagnancy, just because we're dwelling in our pain and we're refusing to see the joy or to see the blessing in the pain. And so God has us in this period of stagnancy or suspension because he's trying to get us to get the enlightenment, to see the joy, to see the blessing in the curse, to see the blessing in the lesson, okay? So now we have this message of choice coming out with the Knight of Swords. And I feel like with this message of choice and saying you have to stay conscious and you guide your journey in the direction of your choice, is that this card of Knight of Swords is all about how you communicate. Like, you literally see him, he's kind of like holding his sword up to his mouth. It's like he's presenting it to someone. It's like, how do you speak over yourself? How do you talk about your choices and your decisions? It's like, do you even trust yourself? It's like, it's like God is just trying to get you to believe and like hone down that it's all about our belief, and it's about how we choose to talk over ourselves when we are experiencing stagnancy, or when the blessing isn't here, or when we feel like God isn't hearing us. It's like God is always hearing us. He's always aware of our pain. He's always aware of our choices and our wants and our desires. And sometimes it hurts him that he can't just give us the things that we want. Like, he can't just snap his fingers and give it to you. And he And it goes back to that message of the fucking new moon reading. It's like, if he did just snap his fingers and just do these things, it would take away your free will. It would stop you from seeing how powerful you are. It would stop you from seeing the whole purpose of you being a spiritual being and how you can help bring heaven on earth, how you can help be a channel of God. Like, it doesn't have to just be other people. And like, I was listening to, and I got this, it's so crazy. I got this message. I gotta stop saying it's so crazy. Anyways, I got this message kind of like two different ways. Like, I was listening to Mary J. Blige on Jamel Hill, and she was just talking about, like, I realized, like, I'm a vessel. Like, I was just saying those things to myself, not knowing that other people will connect to it. Like, and I keep hearing that. It's like, we have to realize that these people that we have made, we deem legends, they weren't always legends. The world didn't always view them in that eyes. Like, we literally made these people. It didn't happen overnight. Like, it literally happened from people just connecting to the truth of some of the stuff. Aretha was probably running from gospel, literally, because I just watched Respect, was running from gospel from like the moment that she started recording away from her daddy, but yet gospel was what introduced her to her biggest blessing. It's like, you have to make the choice to choose yourself and to believe that you have power within you. I understand, like, I get it. Like, I definitely get it. I want to be popular. I want to be liked. I want to be loved. But we have to remember, like, there was even a period of time when we didn't like Beyonce. I'm not ashamed to admit that probably Survivors, I was probably one of the people that helped her, that probably contribute to her writing there, to her writing that. There was a point in time where I really genuinely believed Beyonce was stuck up. I didn't like her. She kicked out all the black members out of the group and blah, blah, blah. She was a power-hungry diva. And now I'm ashamed. I would never admit that out loud. Angel number 1212. I would never, like, go out in public and say that. But people even hated Beyonce. But she stuck to herself. Yes, she started to protect herself. She started to do things differently. But she stuck to betting on herself and doing things her way. And she said, you know what? You don't have to fucking like me. But guess what you gonna do? I'm gonna be fucking undeniable. You will respect me. And at the end of the day, guess what ended up happening? She won us all fucking over. Literally won us all over. It was like, bitch, you're right. You're right. You are the fucking greatest. But she don't carry herself that way. And I think that's what makes her so attractive. That's what makes her so loved. Because she just wants to be heard. She chooses what to give to us. I don't know. Let me stop. I don't even know how the fuck I got on Beyonce. But anyways, I say all that to say that with this Knight of Swords coming out with the choice, you need to be aware of the choices that you make. And also, not only the choices that you make, but the stories that you're telling yourself about the choices that you are making. So, for example, a disempowered choice would be like, well, I'm going to go over here to my uncle's house because this is what I'm supposed to do. Now, is that leading you closer or further away from where you're trying to go because you're doing what you're supposed to do? Or is this a better statement? I'm going to choose to stay home because I'm tired, I'm not feeling good, and I really just want to relax and focus on getting prepared for my week. I'm going to focus on me. Which one is better? Which one is more empowered? It's like I feel like what God is trying to get you to understand is that you becoming the alchemist of your life become on the basics on the littlest thing, the littlest of choices. It's not just about what you do in your career. It's about what you do on a daily basis. Do you allow love to lead, or do you allow fear to lead? Do you allow shoulda, coulda, wouldas to lead, or do you allow your love and what your intentions and your focus and your choices to lead? What you want for your life to lead? Or are you living a life for everyone else? The Knight of Swords, you're learning how to practice this. You're in a place where you're learning to develop, to speak life and speak positively over yourself. For blue flame, connecting to the love, connecting to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you, we have the Queen of Pentacles, angel number 1453. And again, with this, again, it says connect to the blue flame within you. And you see right here, what is this? It's like this ball. But what is this ball? It's like, it's kind of like it's glowing within her, like her solar plex, right? It's her realizing her power within her. And the reason why I actually love this card so much, look at that. Y'all see how fake I am? I went from being like, I hate these cards to I love these cards. I'm over me. Number 1520. I like this because you see her, it starts to glow within her heart because she believes in it, because she's, you know, putting her time, effort, and attention into it. And then guess what? It glows outwardly. And it affects other people, and it blooms outward, and then she elevates and she glows, and people come and connect to her. And that's why I feel like what God was saying, and I think that was the connection with the Beyonce. It's like, you don't keep chasing the crowd, or you don't do what people want you to do. You connect to you. You keep doing things that make you feel good, that feed you, that help you grow, and then everything that you want will come to you. It's about making the change internally and watching it. It's about learning how to attract the things to you instead of going for it. Attract the opportunities to you instead of being a go-getter, going out there and chasing it for it. Attracting the followers, the supporters to you instead of learning algorithms and trying to figure it out. Because you spent your whole life trying to figure it out, and all it does is have your head in the clouds. Angel number 1624. So God is saying you need to, he's trying to get all of these sores off your mind to stop you from overthinking things, from getting in your head, which that was another reading that came out on Friday, to get out of your head and to know that you are a spiritual being, and the whole purpose for you to come down here was to fuck up some shit, was to have a life of joy and love, and to know that everything is going to be okay. Because you got the intuition and you got the power and the insight inside of you, but you got to take that time to tap in. You got to make that choice and that decision that you are going to lead a new cycle, that the bad times are over, the bad times are up, and it's time for you to live a good life. Okay? All right, y'all. Oh, you got the strength to see this through, to be the emperor, and help is coming. Okay? Let me get you guys a sacred rebel to finish this out. And to just clarify, this message is all about realizing that you do have the power to become the alchemist of your life. But it first comes into the thoughts that you think on a daily basis. And then also on what you're choosing, the actions that you're choosing to take based on those thoughts that you're thinking on a daily basis. So God is saying the power is all on the inside, and that you need to just learn on connecting to yourself, releasing all of those limitations that you placed in your mind, and stop trying to figure it out, and just trust that if you allow love and light to lead, then everything will work out and everything will be okay. Beautiful message. Wheel of Fortune came out twice in 2 different decks. I actually, because it came out twice, I kind of want to take the time to read it. I am. I always look at the Wheel of Fortune and I just say, brand new beginning, fresh start, cycle, karma's paid up. But let's look at the deck and see what it actually says. All right, Wheel of Fortune. Change is coming whether you like it or not. Fate has stepped in and is now calling the shots, moving into a critical new phase of your life. You may be feeling like things are outside of your control, and they are. You can choose to complain or you can choose to adapt. There is comfort in uncertainty, even if the unknown feels intimidating. Everything happens for a reason, so have faith that these changes are happening for your highest good. Life is full of cycles, and it is impossible to have the good times without the bad. Contrast is not only necessary but inevitable. Just because events feel like they are outside of your control doesn't mean you have to take a back seat. Remain active and avoid complacency. Trust that this is exactly where you need to be right now. And that happened twice. Come on, God, with the confirmation. With that confirmation, you doing what you're supposed to do. Anyways, you doing what you're supposed to do. The cycle is up. A lot of stuff is changing. But what God is saying is that you need to be conscious of the choices that you are making. You need to start asking yourself, am I still doing the things? Am I still saying things that are holding me back? Or am I moving myself closer to my dreams? Am I getting, are the things that I'm repeating and the choices that I'm making me closer and closer to my spiritual self, or is it making me live in this mental chaos and this mental hell? Again, the choice is yours. All right, y'all. That's actually all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message and you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams and never let the internet rush you, and never ever let the internet get let the internet rush you. What you want is already with you. So stop seeking. You are exactly where you need to be. Talk to you soon.